Okay, so now the book tells me here, after putting down my, oh dear God, what was it? My insight and perception. That it gives me a choice of where to go to from a fighter, wizard, rogue or cleric. I'm a cleric, so I'm going to passage number 87. Fill in your speed, which is 6 if you're an elf, or 5 if you're another race. So that's 5. Elves are naturally quick, but your chainmail armour slows you down a bit. Your speed is the number of squares you can move with a single move action. Fill in the rest of your defences. Your fortitude is 10. Fortitude is 10. Plus the greater of your strength and constitution modifiers. Okay, so that will mean my fortitude is 11, because the greater of the strength and constitution modifier is constitution, which is 1. A reflex is 10, plus the greater of your dexterity and intelligence modifiers. So that's reflex is 10 plus the 2 intelligence modifier, so that's 12. And your will is 12, and the greater of your wisdom or charisma. Well, it'll be wisdom, so 12 plus 4 is 16. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. If I'm not, add 1 to each of these defences if you're human. Oh, fair enough. So that's 12 for my fortitude rather. That's 13 for my reflex, and that's 17 for my will. Belted. Under equipment and magic items, list your chainmail armour, your mace and a holy symbol. Okay, so I list equipment, chainmail armour, mace and holy symbol. And the holy symbol helps me to channel divine power into my prayers. Also note that you have an adventurous kit, which includes a backpack, a bedroll to sleep on, flint and steel to light fires. Oh, good grief. Adventurous kit. That's all I'm writing down. Okay. And under wealth, write 30 GP, which is gold pieces. Write healing word under powers and feats. Healing word. Find the card for healing word in the card sheets of this box and keep it near your character sheets. Okay, found the card for healing word, which is there, and it says, you whisper a brief prayer as divine light washes over your ally, mending wounds and soothing the spirit. Cleric utility is an encounter, divine healing, minor action, close burst 5, target you or one ally in burst. Effect, the target can spend a healing surge and regain 1d6 additional hit points, and special, you can use this power twice per encounter but only once per round. Okay, so I shall leave that there. And if you used Brand of the Sun in your fight with the goblins, you should have noted it on your sheets. Add Blessing of Battle, Soothing Light and Sunburst as well. Okay, so Blessing of Battle. Soothing Light, and Sunburst. Find the cards for these powers and keep them near your card. Okay. So I have Brand of the Sun, which is there, and it says your weapon burns like a miniature star as you draw upon the purifying power of the sun to drive your enemies before you while lending strength to your allies' efforts. It's a cleric attack 1 at will, divine radiant weapon, standard action, it's a melee weapon, target 1 creature, attack, which is wisdom versus AC, hit is 1d8 plus wisdom modifier, radiant damage, and effect, you and each ally within 5 squares of the target gain 2 temporary hit points. And Blessing of Battle, which is there. You invoke a minor defensive prayer to fortify an ally as you surge into battle. It's a cleric attack 1 at will, it's a divine weapon, standard action, melee weapon, target 1 creature, attack is wisdom, my wisdom versus the armor class of my enemy, hit is 1d8 plus wisdom modifier for damage, and effect, you or one ally within 5 squares of you gained resist from the constitution modifier to all damage until the end of your next turn. Soothing Light is that one, and this is cleric utility 1, encounter divine, minor action, close burst 2, target you or one ally in burst, effect, the target makes a saving throw with a +2 power bonus. And Sunburst, wasn't it? Yep. And Sunburst is there. And that says, light erupts from your holy symbol, scalding your enemies while your allies draw strength from its brilliant glow. It's a cleric attack 1, encounter divine implements radiant, standard action close burst 1, target each enemy in burst, attack my wisdom versus will, hit 1d8 plus wisdom modifier, and it causes radiant damage, and effect, you and each ally in the burst gain 5 temporary hit points and can make a saving throw. So I think that is it so far. So fill in the blanks on the cards with your attack modifier and damage bonus. Well, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to spoil the cards at the moment, so all I'm going to do is just leave them there and I can work with them from the sheet if I need to. You also have an ability called Lesser Avatar of Radiance, which gives you and each ally within 5 squares of you a +2 power bonus to death saving throws. That means you and your allies are less likely to die when dropped to 0 hit points. If you use Stormhammer in your fight with the Goblins, you should have noted it on your sheet, well I didn't. Add Blessing of Wrath, Echoes of Thunder and Storm Surge as well. I don't use those. You also have an ability called Lesser Avatar of Storms. Okay, that's for the that's for the offensive version of the cleric and the defensive version of the cleric. Now find the cards for Nimbus of Holy Shielding. Aye, the gods. Nimbus of Holy Shielding, which is that one. And it says, a nimbus of radiant energy flashes from your holy symbol, creating a pattern of gleaming runes that offer protection to your allies and agony to your enemies. It's a cleric attack 1 daily, it's divine implements radiant, standard action close burst 2. I hope this means something to people because it means nothing to me at the moment. Target each enemy in burst, it attacks my wisdom versus will, Hit is 1d10 plus my wisdom modifier, and it causes radiant damage. And the effect is allies within 2 squares of me gain a +2 power bonus to all defences. The bonus lasts until the end of the encounter. And what was the other one I needed? Lesser Aspects of Wrath. The Lesser Aspects of Wrath, which is you glow with the wrath of your god. So cleric attack 1 daily, divine implement radiance, standard action, melee weapon. Target is 1 creature. Attack is my wisdom versus AC. Hit is 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier and causes radiant damage. And the effect is you gain 10 temporary hit points until the end of the encounter. You gain a +1 power bonus to attack rolls, and any enemy that ends its turn adjacent to you takes Constitution modifier radiant damage. And there was one more, Levy of Judgment, which is that one. It's cleric attack 1 daily, divine radiant weapon, standard action, melee weapon. Target 1 creature. Attack is my wisdom versus AC. Hit is 2d8s plus my wisdom modifier causes radiant damage. Miss, it causes half damage. And effect, once before the end of the encounter, when an ally misses the target with an attack, you can use a free roll action to allow the ally to re-roll the attack action, or the attack roll, sorry. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I can only use one of those. So which one do I use? I think I will use the Lesser Aspect of Wrath. So that's the Lesser Aspect of Wrath. I'm just wondering how long I've actually been doing this video. Okay, so where do we go? Number 88. You can choose 1 feat for your character or 2 feats if you're human. A feat is a small benefit that reflects concentrated training or natural aptitude in a certain area. Choose one of these feats and write it under powers and feats on your character sheet. So defensive mobility is when an enemy makes an opportunity attack against you, which usually happens if you move away from a monster you're next to, or if you're ranged or area attack while adjacent to an enemy. You get a +2 bonus to your AC against that attack. Or there's durable, where again 2 extra healing surges each day. Improved initiative, you get a +4 feats bonus to initiative checks. What's my initiative? 0. Right, I think I better go for that one first of all. Powers and feats. So improved initiative. Improved initiative. You get a +4 feat bonus to initiative checks. Add 4 to your initiative score on your character sheet. Okay, so my initiative is now 4, not 0. And Jack of all trades, you get a +2 bonus to all untrained skill checks. Add 2 to the relevant ability check for each skill you are not trained in. Skill focus, choose 1 skill. You get a +3 feat bonus to checks with that skill. Add 3 to your check for 1 skill, either trained or untrained. Or toughness, you gain 5 additional hit points. Add 5 to your maximum hit points and adjust your bloodied value. 1/2 of your maximum hit points rounded down, and your healing surge value 1/4 of your... I think I'll use toughness. Or do I? Jack of all trades, you get a +2 bonus to all untrained skill checks. Jack of all trades. We'll go with that one. So you get a +2 bonus to all untrained skill checks. Okay, so +2 for strength. I'm assuming, looking at this, it shows I think what I do is I add the +2 to the modifier that's in the main, like strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence. Let me just come around and show you what I'm talking about. I think, looking at the book, I add, for the Jack of all trades, I add the +2 to that modifier, so that will just stay as +2. This will be +3, these will be +2, that will be +4, that will be +6, so will that, and those two. I am assuming. I may be wrong, but that's how it looks, because that's how it shows in the book. I'll show you that there, where that is trained, so that stays at 8, but the untrained one is +5, but you only get +2, so that must mean that I add it to that modifier. That's how I'm assuming anyway. If I'm wrong, again, somebody please let me know. So I'm going to just add all these to, so it's +3, +2, +2, +2, +4, +6, +6, +6, +6, +3, +3, +3. As I said, I'm just assuming that's how it's done. I'm not 100% certain. Okay, so if I'm playing a dwarf, go to blah 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 blah. If I'm playing a human, which I am, I go to 92. Human characters speak common and one other language. So languages I will write in common, and I roll a d6 to decide which other language. So I will just, what I'm doing here is I keep hold of the die until that comes up, and I remove die, and then I create a die. I just want a d6. Style, number colour, I will go with something like that. Accept. Style, number type, pips. Now why is it blank? Okay, that's better. I don't know why it keeps coming up like that, but okay, so we now have one with the pips in, and I tap it and I get a 1. So it's deep speech, the language of horrible monsters of the deep earth. Ooh, that's not nice. I'm supposed to be a nice good character. Okay, you have a racial power called human versatility, which lets you add a bonus to an attack roll, skill check, ability check or saving throw. Note this power on your character sheets and find the card for it on the sheets of power cards in the box. Human versatility. Human versatility. Okay, let me see if I can. Human versatility is an encounter power. It says humans are defined by versatility and resourcefulness. Whatever challenge you face, you find a way around it. It's human utility. It's an encounter. It's a free action. It's personal. Trigger: you make an attack roll, a skill check, an ability check or saving throw and dislike the result. Effect: you gain a +4 bonus to the triggering roll. So, whatever that means, I don't know, but not to worry. Okay, being human also gives you 1 extra trained skill and bonus feat, which you should have. Okay, I think I've got that, so I go to 93. Now here is where we start going, because now we're going to be finding the map that was in the box, and I'm going to leave it there, and the next time we come back we're going to be going down to the table to continue the quest. So until then, take care, God bless, bye for now.